Hello everyone, welcome back to day 22 of our 30-day Python series. I'm super excited because today we are diving deeper into NumPy. So the backbone of numerical computing in Python. Okay, we'll be covering about the ravel vs flatten in identity matrix, random arrays, that is rand and randf. Okay, randf and data types in NumPy, type conversions, arithmetic operator across one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and multi-dimensional arrays, finding minimum max under index positions. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, here is our Jupyter notebook. So in the previous video, we have seen till reach a function. Okay, let's start with ravel vs flatten. Okay, ravel function, flatten functions. Okay, function. So here both functions returns a 1D array from multi-dimensional arrays, but with a key difference. Okay, that I will show it to you here. So what is a ravel function? First, let us know when you don't need to modify the original data. So here hashtag the definition for a ravel is hashtag ravel function. Okay, this ravel function is used when you don't need to modify the original data. Okay, enter. Then the flatten function, hashtag flatten function is if you want a separate copy. Okay, it is used if you want a separate copy. Okay, so here now let us perform this operation here. Here import numpy as np. Enter. Now let us run this one. Okay, yeah. Now I'm creating a array arr equals np dot array of okay 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, closing this bracket. Now what I do here is print arr dot ravel. Okay, I have written a ravel. Okay, now close the bracket, enter. So here it gives it 1 2 3 4. Okay, when you don't need to modify the original data, okay, we use a ravel function. Now let us understand the flatten function. The same thing I will copy here. Control V. Here I will give it a print arr dot flatten. Okay, close the bracket, enter. So here 1 2 3 4. Okay. Also see that this ravel and flatten converts multi-dimensional array into 1D array. Okay. So see here now let me explain, give you an example for one more here that I'll be creating G equals np dot array open 1 2 3 4. Okay, 3 comma 4 comma 5. Here I'll close it 1. I'll give it one more here 7 comma 8 comma 9 close comma now 10 comma 11 comma 12. Okay, close it 4, again the 4 brackets. All right, done. Now here we'll close the entire bracket, then we'll print G. Okay, here we go get the output. All right, now what I do here is print g.ndim. Here we go. It's a 4 into 4 matrix. All right. Then I will print it. Print the empty one. Then enter. Okay. X equals g dot ravel. Ravel. Okay. Then print x. Here we go. Okay, so it will convert multi-dimensional array into 1D array. So the entire thing, it was a 4-dimensional array. It converted to a 1D array, one-dimensional array. Okay, even the same, it is the use of a flatten array, flatten function is also the same here. Okay, now what I do here is I'll copy this. Okay, control C. The same thing I'll be giving it here. Control V, enter. Now what I do here is Z equals F. Okay, G dot flatten. Enter. Print Z. Okay, here we got the output. Okay, so we can convert the 4-dimensional array into one-dimensional array using ravel and flatten functions. What we are gonna do next is we will be creating an array with diagonal elements filled with one identity matrix. Okay, one. I'll just show it to you here. Hashtag creating an array with diagonal elements filled with one identity matrix. Matrix. Okay, enter. Now what I'll do here is t equals np.eye. Okay, 3 comma 6. 3 comma 6. Print print t. Okay, now I'll be printing print t dot ndim to know the dimensionals. Okay, so here it is a 2-dimensional array. Okay, so when you get a 2 brackets 2-dimensional array, 4 brackets, it's a 4-dimensional array here. Now we hashtag creating numpy arrays with random numbers. Okay, so here we go. Rand. What is this rand? So this rand function, I'll just give this in a hashtag rand function. Okay, the random numbers, the random modules. Rand method returns a random float numbers between 0 and 1. Okay, so the random modules rand method returns a random numbers between 0 and 1. Okay, Hmm. Now let's perform the operation here. E equals np.random.rand. Okay, here we go. 5. Here I'll give a 5 here. Friend A. Here we go. Now when I run it again, here we will be getting a random values here. Okay, between till 5 values will be getting it. So if I give it here 3, here you will get a 3 values. Okay, random. Each time when you run it, you'll get a different numbers. See, All right. Now rand method is done. Now let us perform the rand n for a method. Okay. Hashtag rand n. So what is this randn? So this function is to generate a value close to zero, and this may return a positive or negative numbers as well. Okay. So this function is used to generate a value close to and 0 and 1. Okay, close to 0 and 1. This may return a positive and a negative value as well. Okay, enter. So here we go. Here we have to give it n equals np.random.rand n. Okay, then print n. Let's see the output here. Okay, so it will give a numbers where it will generate a numbers very close to 0 and 1 here. Now let us perform the rand int. Hashtag rand int. Okay, this function gives you the integer values between the range. Okay, so this function rand integer will give the integer values between the range. Whatever the range of numbers you give it, it will give it between that numbers only. Okay, enter. So now here let's perform x equals np.random.rand int. Okay, now 2 comma 100 comma 5. Enter. Print a. Here we go. Scroll down. Okay, now I can give it print np.random.rand int of 10. Okay, int of 10. Close this bracket. Enter. It said the random integer it will be giving you. See, each time when you run it, it will give you a random numbers till 10. Okay, now generate random integer from 10 to 20 will give it. Okay, hashtag generate random integers from 10 number 10 to 20. Okay, enter. Now we give it print np.random.rand int 10 comma 21. Okay, we'll give it. So because it has to generate till 20, right? So 10 comma 21. Run. Each time when I run, you'll get a different numbers between 10 to 20. Alright, now we'll create a 1D array of 5 random numbers. The size will give it here. The same thing, I will copy paste it. Control C, Control V. But in place of here, I'll change the numbers and I'll give a size as well. Okay, Like we can say 1 comma 100 comma size equals 5. Okay, let's run. So see here, 5 values will be getting between 1 to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time when I run, you will be getting a different numbers, but the size is 5. Okay, here if I give a size 8, you will be getting a 8 numbers, the random numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so this we can do it in a 1D array. Now I'll show you how to do that in the 2D array. Create a 2D array 3 into 3. 3 into 3 of random random integers. Okay, now we can give it your friend np.random.rand, that is 1 comma 10 comma size, let's give a size equals 3 comma 3. Okay, close it now. Let's run it. So here we go, we got the output in the 3 comma 3 matrix. The same thing you can do with the uh, multi-dimensional array as well. Okay. So rand int is useful for simulation, generating test data or random samplings. Okay, when working with discrete values in the upcoming discrete values. Now let's perform the rand function. Okay, ran hashtag ran function. Okay, so this function is for doing random samplings in NumPy. We can say it as ranf. Okay, so it returns an array of specified shape and fills it with random floats in the half open interval between 0 and 1. Okay, this function this function is used for doing random sampling. Okay, sampling in NumPy. It returns a array of specified shape and fills it with random floats. Okay, in the half open interval between 0 and 1. Okay, enter. NumPy random has no attribute ran if. Mm, yeah. So see here, it will be giving this function for doing random samplings in NumPy. It returns an array. The same thing I have copied here. Okay, though that wraps up our day 22 of our Python series. We explored powerful NumPy functions for reshaping array using random numbers. All right. So we used a different rand functions like randf, then randint, okay, random. All right. So all those things we performed it. So in the next session, we will dive even deeper into data analysis with NumPy and pandas as well. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop your functions or drop your questions or doubts in the comments. I would love to help. Thanks for watching.